At their latest news conference today, San Bernardino police said 3 pipe bombs were found tied together with a remote-controlled toy car attached. It's unclear if Farouk ever tried to detonate them. Contrary to what witnesses said, it turns out Farouk and his wife did not have on bulletproof vests. In the shootout in which the two were killed, 23 officers from 7 agencies fired 380 shots. 2 officers were injured, one by gunfire, the other by shrapnel. Both are expected to be okay. In the couple's rented SUV, police found more than 1,600 rounds of ammo. At their home, police found 12 more pipe bombs and materials and tools to make more. More than 6,000 rounds of ammo were also found at the home. While the motive has yet to be determined, police are convinced the attack was planned in advance.
For the first time, we're starting to learn the identities of victims in the attack. This is a photo of Michael Wetzel and his family posted on a GoFundMe page. Yesterday morning, his wife texted friends telling them that Michael was in a meeting when a shooter came in and that she couldn't get hold of him. 8 hours later, she learned he'd been killed. This is a photo of Nicholas Thasalinos, who was also killed yesterday. He leaves behind his wife, who he was with for 14 years.
The shootings in San Bernardino were during a holiday party at a government building, and that is raising questions here in Jacksonville. We begin our coverage with Channel 4's Jim Piggott. We spent the day investigating safety in some of our local buildings. Jim?
You know, Tom, things really vary when you talk about buildings. Here at City Hall, security very heavy when you walk inside. But when you go to another city building just across the street here, well, there's hardly any security at all. And that has some people concerned. Marianne Curry says she attends events downtown. So we asked her about safety. Do you ever think about security?
No, I never have, but I probably will after seeing that on the TV.
Do you think things are safe here in Jacksonville?
Not anymore.
That's the feeling many now have. Concerns about safety in public places. At this time of year, there will be lots of events held here at the auditorium. There are security officers on hand, but when you attend most events here, there's no special screening. SMG, which manages the city's entertainment facility, says that's up to each promoter and the sheriff's office. It's done on a case-by-case basis. The same for the convention center, where various rooms are used for different events, like the situation in California. But for the most part, there's no extra security precautions put into place. We talked to our crime and safety expert, Gil Smith, about that. Does it need to change?
I don't know if you're going to see it in places like that. If we start seeing attacks occur in places like that, that's a possibility, because you're looking at much longer lines to get in.
And some who attend those events wonder if it would really make it safer.
I really don't think that will really make a difference. I truly think that we need to all be vigilant.
When you come into City Hall, they have lots of security here. They x-ray everything that comes in, and when you come through and you beep like this, they have to check you with a wand. Lots of security at City Hall, but let me show you directly across the street. This is the Ed Ball building, and when you come in here, there's no security, yet there are plenty of city offices and plenty of people that come in here every day.
There will probably be some changes, but some government buildings already have a lockdown procedure in place.
And some people tell us these events are disturbing, but say we can learn from it.
I think that we're all more cautious of our environment just because of the world around us. But we've still got to continue to live and continue to attend events and continue to enjoy our lives.
Officials from SMG were actually telling me today that they were meeting today talking security measures as well. As for the city, why there's differences in buildings, I've asked them about that. They are getting back to me on that. So far, they haven't. We're live at City Hall. Jim Piggott, Channel 4, the local station.
A St. Augustine woman has just returned home from a trip to California that she will never forget. She witnessed the police pursuit that led to the raging gun battle and the deaths of the couple responsible for the mass shooting. She spoke with Channel 4's Vic Micolucci in an interview you'll see only on 4.
This happened on the last day of Eileen Brown's vacation. She says she was in California to sightsee and visit with a friend. She never expected to be caught up in something so dramatic and horrible.
to end it with, that kind of situation was very discomforting. It's whether it happens in your hometown or clear across the continent,
Brown is still disturbed about what happened. She and a friend were touring San Bernardino when they found themselves in the middle of the police chase with the shooting suspects.
We were venturing off and going, and along the way we witnessed several federal agents screaming past us en route to the incident, and knew a little bit about what was going on, but had no idea how widespread or massive it was.
She and her friend followed from a safe distance.
It was a massive police chase. There were cars coming from all different directions, all different ways. We could see the car that they were pursuing, and it was just, it was incredible.
She snapped these pictures after getting to the police barricade. Her friend recorded this video showing the heavily armed SWAT teams in armored vehicles. What goes through your mind?
Danger, harming people that, that happened to be in the way, or it was horrifying. Yeah, I mean, it's a very dangerous situation.
Despite that, she says police did a very good job handling a very bad situation.
My heart goes out to the victims and their families and the authorities and everybody involved.
Brown says she is so terribly upset that this happened, but she's thankful to be back home, safe in St. Augustine. At the airport, I'm Vic Michelucci, Channel 4, the local station.
Mayor Curry is offering his prayers for the families of the victims in the shooting. Today, he told us he wants the people of Jacksonville to be confident that there are no threats to our city right now, but he's also urging everyone to stay vigilant.
And I can tell you that I'm confident in how the Sheriff's Office works with the federal agencies, the FBI, Homeland Security, Fire and Rescue, to make sure that we're safe and that we're prepared.
Sheriff Mike Williams released this statement saying, "I cannot comment on what I do know, and I will not speculate about what I don't know with regards to the San Bernardino incident. As you view the equipment and manpower being utilized there, you should know that behind the armor and the firearms is years of training and expert capabilities that have been honed, enabling first responders to be effective and work to save lives as those sworn to serve and protect. I can assure the citizens of Jacksonville that in that respect, our agencies are alike."